What is up, you beautiful happy hustlers out there? Kerry Jack here, and as Ed Mylett says in his new book, The Power of One More, you can find your best life by doing one more than the world expects from you. And I want to share with you the powerful message of the power of one more and how you can take what Ed has distilled from 30 years of wisdom and experience into one book and how you can impact your own life and really change it for the better using the power of one more. And recently, I was at Ed's book launch event in Raleigh, North Carolina, where every one of his high-level profile friends came together, not everyone, but most of them came together to support his book launch. And the coolest part about his book launch was that he actually is donating all the proceeds from his book launch event, as well as matching the proceeds with the donation of his own to the Uvalde, Texas shooting victims' families. So it's for a good cause. I picked up a couple copies and I was in the back end of this event helping out, and I actually had the opportunity to work hand in hand with Ed and his team and some of the amazing speakers, because we were all there supporting this amazing book and this amazing man and this amazing cause. And I want to share with you a little bit about that experience and then how you can actually put the power of one more to work for you, and specifically some of my biggest takeaways thus far. Now, I'm not completed, I'm not done with this book yet, but I will say from what I've read thus far, it is really impressive. It's a good read. And this book, actually, Ed signed it to me directly, and I've already got some highlighter marks, and it's getting the treatment, the happy hustle read, will you? But the coolest thing about this event is that all these really powerful people came together to support him, and they all spoke for free, right? He put on this one-day book launch event where all these amazing speakers and entrepreneurs came together to speak on behalf of Ed and the Power of One More book, to then help the people out there watching really put the power of one more to work for them. And I want to list some of these speakers, and as I do, I'm going to show you a picture on my phone. We'll get it popped up as well, but there's me with Dean Graziosi, me with Jim Kwik, me with Dan Fleyshman and Hammy TV, me with Jenna Kutcher and Maria Menonous, me with Andy Frisella, which that guy's a boss. Pete Vergas hosted the event. We got E.T. the HipHop Preacher, who's an absolute legend. Marie Forleo, founder of B School, amazing entrepreneur. Jon Gordon, literally one of my favorite authors, author of 13 best-selling books, 26 in total. Randy Garn, who's like the super connector. Rory Vaden is my bro, and he's co-founders of Brand Builders Group and New York Times best-selling author and Hall of Fame speaker. So he is the reason that I got to go to this event and also to have the access that I did. See, Rory was actually the mastermind behind this event with Brand Builders Group support and obviously Ed Mylett's team and his support. But basically, Rory designed this whole book launch campaign to really maximize Ed's reach and to make the biggest impact. And Rory has done this for other really powerful entrepreneurs like Lewis Howes. He was the mastermind behind his book launch. He helped with Jamie Kern-Lima's, and he helped with a bunch of people, Lovey Ajayi, Kevin Harrington. He's got E.T. the HipHop Preacher coming up. So there's a bunch of really powerful people who have written books who have leveraged Rory Vaden and his strategy and his formula and Brand Builders Group strategy and formula. And so I was a part of Rory and his team helping bring this book launch and its event to life. And so I just kind of was a utility player. Truly, I just wanted to be in the room and help out any way I could. And that's one lesson, one actionable takeaway, one happy hustle hack that I want to give you right now is put yourself in the right rooms. Make yourself valuable. Do whatever you need to do to get yourself in front of the people that you want to be serving and be like. And for me, I'll just tell you, at one point I was putting wristbands on everybody. All the VIP people had to come to me to get their name checked off. At one point I was, taking waters to the green room. At one point I was getting the pillows for Ed to take on his private jet. At one point I was ushering VIP people through for their photo with Ed. I was just doing anything I could to be supportive and helpful. And, I wasn't above it. I didn't let my ego get in the way, or, I should be on this stage, or, I should be doing this. I was like, I'm just here to help. I just want to add value. I just want to be a part of this amazing event. And, what's really cool is Erica Mylett, Ed's sister, actually sent me a text directly after, and she just like, Carrie, thank you so much for all the little things you did. I mean, you really helped make this event a success. And, it was those kind of messages that make it all worth it, because I wasn't getting paid. I was just basically there to help and add value and support Rory and Ed. And really, that's what's cool about this whole experience is everyone was there to support Ed and his book launch. And when you're a good human and you have good karma and you put good out there in the world, people show up for you. People actually want to help you succeed. And that's what you saw this past weekend, depending on when you're listening to it. The event actually took place on, I'll tell you the exact date, Friday, May 27th, 2022. So depending on when you're listening to this, you can actually watch the replay from Ed's keynote and some of the other powerful speakers. But Mel Robbins also spoke. Rob Dyrdek also spoke. I mean, the lineup was just insane. And what was super cool is I was getting to hang out with them. I'm talking with Andy Frisella. I'm talking with ET, the HipHop Preacher. I'm talking with Jim Kwik about my own CO poisoning and how I can heal it. And I'm talking with Dan Fleyshman and Marie Forleo and all these really powerful entrepreneurs. And it's all about just being in the right room, right? And supporting people with your gifts and services and abilities without the ego attached, without like the, what can someone do for me mentality. If you really go there to serve and lead, that's where the magic happens. And my bro Jeremy from Brand Builders Group and Rory's right hand man, him and I were just doing whatever we could to support Ed and the whole team and the launch. And it was a massive success. I think they sold, I know they're over 70,000 books sold. And you just think about how much money was actually raised for these Uvalde families, these victims that suffered this tragic shooting, just because of one person made a decision. Hey, I'm going to donate all the proceeds and I'm going to have all my friends support it. That's just so cool to me. And that's why we do it. That's why we are entrepreneurs, is because, we can make those choices to really increase our impact. And that's why we're happy hustling a life that we love. Our dream reality is because when you have the income, you could make the impact. And you can make the impact without the income, but it won't be to the same degree, to the same level. That's possible when you have the income. And, Ed actually made most of his money in financial services prior. I think he's worth, hundreds of millions. I don't know exactly. But a lot of the financial services guys who were there to support him throughout his career showed up. And that's what's cool, is you can build your business and your brand and your name in one industry and then transcend into the author, the speaker, consultant, coach, and your reputation follows you. And that's really the importance of being a good person and having a positive reputation. Now, I want to get into some of these, concepts from this book, The Power of One More, which is subtitled The Ultimate Guide to Happiness and Success. And specifically, I want to share with you something that stuck out for me. And he talks about it really early on in the book, but I'll show you, this one thing that stuck out, okay? And it is, he's talking about identity and the thermostat that we set. So unconsciously, we always find a way to get back to where our thermostat is set based on what we think we're worth. So you have to think of your worth, you have to think of your identity. And the trilogy of core principles that Ed discusses is faith, intentions, and associations. So you have to think about, your faith. Nothing moves mountains quite like faith, he says. And you also have to think about, what your thermostat is set at, right? Your thermostat in your house, if it's 75 degrees, if it's set at 75 degrees, it doesn't matter if it's freezing outside or if it's, super hot and muggy, your internal thermostat will be set at 75 degrees. That means one of the keys to changing your identity is to actually increase your thermostat to that set amount, that 100 degrees benchmark where you are living to your fullest potential. See, a lot of people have those self-limiting beliefs, those self-limiting thermostats that are playing at 50%, 50 degrees right now. But if you use the analogy of this thermostat where you are setting the thermostat for your life up to that 100% marker, that 100 degrees where you're playing all out, that's what allows you to thrive and really become the best version of yourself. Now, one key concept throughout the entire book, and as you can, I'm sure, imagine, is the power of one more. And really what he talks about is the power of one more is really all about your willingness to do one more rep, make one more phone call, get up 1 hour earlier, build one more relationship, or just do one more thing for whatever your situation calls for in order to achieve your dream reality. And you're listening to the Happy Hustle right now. You just have to do one more thing to really achieve that next goal. And oftentimes you're closer than you think. And that's what's cool about this book, is it really shows you you're maybe just one more connection away from really breaking through, from really achieving those results. You're one more sales call away from, reaching your desired salary or income goal. You're one more, prayer away from having God speak directly to you and through you. You're one more workout away from, getting that body that you desire and deserve. And that's what's cool about Ed, is he breaks it down in that powerful yet simple way to achieve greatness. It's one more rep, one more call, one more, day, one more, connection. It just doesn't seem oftentimes possible, especially when you're going through hard times, especially when there's adversity. It seems so distant, it seems so far away. I know for myself, I know that at times I feel I'm further from my desired outcome than maybe I truly am. And I get a little discouraged at times, or I can look at other people and compare and despair, right? We've all done that. I did a recent episode all about comparing and despairing and how you need to stop that. But truly, when you just look at, your success and you're grateful for where you are and, grateful for the journey, not just the destination. And then you realize maybe you are closer than you think. Maybe you're just one more action away. Then you can truly, live with that motivation, that inspiration every single day. And that's really the message that I wanted to share with you today. If you want to go deeper, obviously I recommend picking up a copy of The Power of One More. This book is really, phenomenal so far. I haven't finished it, but I know that if you get it and you actually read it, this could make a very positive impact on your life. And the cool thing is it's happening, for you, not to you. And Ed is really a good guy. It's happening for him because he's a good guy, not to him. He's been putting in the work for 30 plus years. He's been leveraging the power of one more. And so when you put the power of one more to work for you, you will see, man, maybe life changes. Maybe Maybe your mindset changes. Maybe your identity changes. Maybe you can turn that thermostat up to that temperature that you want to be operating at, where you are reaching your full potential. And that's really what the happy hustle is all about, is being happy within the everyday hustle, but achieving your dream reality, full of that passion and that purpose and that positive impact. And so that is what I wanted to share with you guys. I so appreciate you. I will tell you, I'm still, super stoked and pumped. I mean, a lot of the people that I mentioned and met are actually now like friends of mine. So I'm going to see if I can't get them on the Happy Hustle podcast soon for you, so we can leverage a lot of their wisdom and bring it directly to you. Maybe even Ed might come on. We'll see. I talked to Ed about coming to the Montana Mastermind Epic Camping Adventure soon. So I hope that happens. But yeah, he's just a really awesome guy. His book is phenomenal. So pick up a copy of it. We'll put a link in the show notes. But the other, final piece I want to just leave you is surround yourself with the people that you aspire to be, even if that means digitally. Okay, maybe physically you can't be in the room right now with them. Digitally surround yourself. Buy their books, listen to their podcasts, enroll in their coaching programs. Do whatever you have to do. Go to their events, right? That's how you can level up. As my good buddy JLD says, you are the sum of your 5 closest relationships. You either round up or you round down. And let me tell you, this past weekend, I was rounding up faux show. It was super awesome. And what's cool is I actually went right from that event in North Carolina right to Florida, where I'm at currently, and I had a speaking engagement for Podfest Expo, where I got to meet even more cool people, all sorts of podcasters and content creators. And so this whole weekend was just a ton of amazing contacts. I did the power of one more event, one more speaking gig, and I kept it moving. I was a little tired, I'm not gonna lie, especially because I'm still working with this CO poisoning, so my energy levels and brain power was not at the 100% thermostat marker that I know I'll get back to using the power of my mind. But I will say it was well worth it. Getting yourself out there, going to events, meeting amazing people, and then keeping those relationships at the top of mind, always adding value, is something I'm very big on. Seeing how I can support others first and foremost. Knowing that good karma circulates. This message can resonate with you, and you can, really start to leverage the power of one more, and you can start to put yourself in those right circles with those inspirational and educational individuals that can really raise your vibration and, help you become the best version of yourself, so that you can happy hustle your dream reality, full of that passion, that purpose, and that positive impact. And if you want to check out a little bit more about the Happy Hustle, and if you haven't already, you can pick up a copy of my book, The Happy Hustle, at thehappyhustlebook.com. Right now, it's still free. All you got to do is help out with shipping and handling. We send it right to your door. So if you guys want to know what I'm up to and all about, the Happy Hustle book is the move. And I also recommend, again, The Power of One More. The cool thing about books is a book is like the distillation of one's wisdom in, 150, 200 pages. Like, it's hard to get years and years of wisdom from people in a conversation or in a quick, video, but in a book, you can really go deep and you can learn from someone and their mistakes and their wins, and you can just kind of absorb that knowledge so you can shortcut your success. So check out those 2 books. TheHappyHustleBook.com is my book, and you guys can still get it for free. Just help out with shipping and handling. But thank you so much for watching and listening. I appreciate y'all very, very much. It means the world to me, and I will continue to be showing up for you and happy hustle my dream reality as you do yours. So go out there and just make the most of today. Leverage the power of one more. And I am out, y'all. Peace and love.